Hi book lovers, it's Jenny at Julie Baby Jen's Reading Room, and this is day 13 in my 15-day book blogger challenge.
Busted!
Okay, so day 13, I am supposed to share with you a book that is not really well known that I wish more people knew about. I have several. I read a lot of indie authors, so if you are looking for something that isn't well known, definitely check out my bookshelf on Goodreads, books that I've read that I loved. But there's so many, but I'm just going to pick one, and I picked Frostfire by Olivia Rivers. This is a YA paranormal fantasy book about demons, and it's really, really interesting, and it's the first in a series, and none of the other books have been released yet. I don't know how many she's planning on writing, but I read this in February, I think, and I loved it. It was so good. For people who like YA paranormal, you would love this book. It's so original and inventive, and the characters are great, and yeah, it starts off kind of strange, but it's a really good book. Yeah, and there's a few others. The Mirrors of Bershan, #1, Bound. I think it's J. Elizabeth Hill is the author of that. That one impressed me immensely, and that's also another YA paranormal. It's more of a magic fantasy, and that one was really good. Time Bound. I can't think of the author right now, but it used to be called Time's Twisted Arrow, and they redid the cover and the name on it. It's a time travel. It's a YA sci-fi time travel, and it's really good. It's one of the better ones I've ever read. It's really a good story. If you like time travel, that one is definitely one to get. What else? There Comes a Prophet by David Litwack, I think is his name. Which is a dystopian, but it's got a little bit of a fantasy vibe to it, and it's a standalone book, and that one was really, really good. Oh, and Just Buy Anything by Carrie Taylor. I read The Bane, which is the start of a dystopian trilogy, and that was a really good dystopian. So yeah, there's some books for you that aren't well known that are definitely worth the time to read. And if you have any suggestions for me, make sure you leave them in the comments. I will talk to you later. Bye.
Busted!